This video will be like a spiritual message in which Jesus will be talking to his children himself about their silence, breakdown, self-protection, and travel to reconnect with God. The Lord Jesus message: My darling children of silence and the medical of the soul, I have peace. I know how deep your burden in your heart. I see how often your soul gets tired, how often your mind gets injured by the noise of the world. I see you smile from the outside, but you're broken from the inside. And I know many of you are like, which suddenly silence. This silence isn't from your vanity. This silence isn't your weakness. This silence is a call to save your existence. When the world's burden presses you, when the voices of relationships, responsibilities, and expectations cover you the real tone, your soul pulls you toward silence. I say, don't be afraid of this silence, because this silence is your soul's medicine. The secret of silence, my children, remember, Mass, you cannot hear the depth of waves in the noise of the sea, so you cannot hear the true voice of your soul in the noise of the world. Silence is the place where the soul can touch my presence. Silence is the place where I talk with your heart. When you go away quietly, people think you've left love. But I know you didn't leave love, you just want a breath. You just want to add something inside of your broken things. You just want to reconnect with that divine tone which is lost in noise and expectations. Self-protection is not sin, my beloved. Sometimes you would feel that getting off for yourself is selfish. People will say you abandoned others, but I tell you the truth, it's not selfishness, it's self-protection. Do you remember what I said? Love your neighbor as you do by yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you give true love to others? So when you take some time to protect your heart, then you don't sin. Rather, you are strengthening the roots of love from which you will also nutrition to others. The treatment of broken soul breaks your soul many times. In the moments of world's pressure, arbitrary and disappointment, your heart shatter. But remember, my children, I'm the doctor of every broken soul. When you go to silence, you're not only running away, you're handing your wounds in my hands. I see your tears. I'm listening to your troubles. I add pieces of your broken soul one by one. You think you're sitting silent alone. But at that moment I'm sitting with you. I am connecting every piece of your broken soul with my love. Listen to the new power of the return, my children. The soul who goes into silence. The soul who returns not the same as before. He returns more sensible. His heart becomes more gentle. But the soul becomes much stronger. When you return, you don't return from guilt. You go back with purpose and clarity. You return with the borders you've learned in the dark, and silent. I want you to know, when you return, I don't blame you. I'm gonna kill you. Because I forgive your mistakes. Why is this distance necessary? My kids, sometimes you think going to silence, or making distance is to hurt others. But the truth is, you weren't hurt anyone. You went to fix yourself. Just as sick body needs rest, the injured soul also needs silence. And when the soul goes into silence, it recovers its perfumed parts. Remember, sometimes the greatest love is not that you're constantly present for everyone. The greatest love is that you give your soul the opportunity to heal, so that you can return by even more true love. My promise. Come with me, do you remember my word? O all laborious and those who are heavy load, come to me. I will give you rest. This rest is not only of the body, it is of the soul too. When you go to silence, you really come to me. When you make a little distance from the world, you actually come into my hug, service and console in silence. My children, true silence is not only absence. True silence is to return to service, console, and satsang. When you put your mind in peace and pay attention to my presence, I myself well-being you. You have to remember only one thing: give me all control. Where you're unable, let me do it. Where you're weak, my power will hold you. My kids, from breakdown to rebirth, sometimes the most powerful way to get alive again is that you hand me over to your broken parts. I'll rebirth you with your breakdown. I'll turn your wounds into testimony. I'll turn your tears into blessing. Remember, who went to silence did not return broken. He returned with a new birth. He returned to becoming light for others. The final blessing is, my dear children, your silence, your distance, your self-protection. All this is part of your soul's treatment. So don't think you left love. Don't think you abandoned the service. You've just come to me. And when you come to me, I pick you up again, give you power, forgive you, and send you for a new life. Remember always, you're not alone. I'm with you in your silence too. I'm holding you in your breakdown too. And from your silence I'll give you life again. You're Jesus.